going to do is I'm going to make what we call a funky bow, and that's where tails are going up and down, and it doesn't have long tails because this project has 2 bows. So let us know in the comments if you want to see the other bow or you want to see the project we use it on. You know, we've got all the classes so you can take a look at it and make your very own. And yes, we have a kit for this one. You can get it while supplies are available, and you can make it just right along with us. So I am going to start off on my funky bow with my check and bee honeycomb ribbon in the back, okay? So I am cutting this at 8 inches to start my tail, all right? So I'm going to bring that in, and then I'm going to twist that and have that tail work up. Now my next move is to to make a loop at 6 inches and keep it nice and loose if possible in there. I'm going to do that on both sides. And then I'm going to just scrunch it down, and you can see we really want that poofing up. That's perfect. Now this tail is going to be at 8 inches, and I'm going to cut it the opposite way. You see? So we've got a tail up, a tail down, and we have 2 loops on either side. Now we're going to come in next with our harlequin. Oh, it's a check. It's not a harlequin. I keep saying that. It's just a check, but you know, I'll get the name right maybe one day. Not during this video though. When I'm already saying it wrong, we're in trouble. So I'm going to measure that and come out and twist. And now I'm going to have 1 loop on each side at 5.5. Okay, just a little bit smaller. And I'm going to use 2 of these. We're going to really pop the black. We had made the other bow to go with this, and we used some of the check, but we're going to go a little bit more with this one. Okay, check here, scrunch that down, and let's separate these out. Okay, look how pretty that just looks good right there. And then I'll cut these to match at 8 inches. Kind of my standard recipe, and it works really pretty good. Now come in with our cute little bees and the honeycomb and the flowers. This is giving that touch of softness. Bring that in next. And I'm going to go off to the right, and we're going to make this just a little bit shorter. So like about 7 inches. And then I will make this at 5.5, I think we'll stick at 5.5. We're not going to go too small yet. I love it. And then we have that tail going up, this one going down. So about 7 inches on that tail. Now we're going to come back. Just keep switching these out. I love that this kit comes with all of these. Yeah, if I didn't tell you, this is a kit to make this wreath. And it's kind of a wreath door hanger combo. But we are really rocking out the ribbons on this one. I love it. A little bit shorter, and this will be your honeycomb, and we're going to put in 2 of these, and now these will be at 5 inches, and these are going to finish off the center. And this particular bow is going to really pick up those colors that we used in this whole piece. I can't wait for y'all to see it all together. And we just want this to be just popping. Okay, keep those very loose. And now this tail will work up. We got to work opposite. So this one works up. See how these are opposite? And we're cutting these about 7. Okay, we've built up a beautiful bow. Now it's time to take it off the bow maker. So I'm going to run my cable tie right to the right side, put a finger on the top, and just gently pull this up. And then add some pressure. Okay, and we'll just pull this off to the side here. Now rotate that back, and now is where the magic happens. It's really important when you're making your bows that you take time to fluff it out. I say that all the time in design school, and I mean it, you guys. Like, if you are spending time to make this beautiful bow, please take your time to fluff it out. And I'll give you a tip. When you sell bows, you cannot just base it off the cost of your ribbon. No matter how fast you make a bow, guess what? This is a skill, and it takes time to get this good at it. So when you sell your bows that are so beautifully made like this, in business coaching, I remind them all the time, please do not give these away really inexpensive. Make sure you are thinking about your pricing. And you never want to devalue your wreaths by pricing your bows too cheap. I see some influencers doing that, and that concerns me. We don't want to just do that. We want to make sure when we sell our bows that they're paying us for the quality that we're putting into that bow. Not just the quality of the ribbon, but the quality of you making the bow. So I cut off that little tail part, and we have put in a U-pin here in order to be able to glue this into our piece. See how pretty that is? It's just beautiful. Now I'm going to use the check in the center, and if you wanted the center to disappear, we would just use the honeycomb in there. But I want to pop that middle. So in order to make it really show up, use the black check. And I just fold it to whatever pattern I want. Like if I want to show the trim, I can. If I want it to be like, it's like a Beetlejuice look here, I can do that. Or I can leave that line down the middle, see here? And make it a little more check. Just back that up right there. You could do all kind of stuff. So definitely merchandise the middle of that bow. Make it cute. All right, let's just tie this in a knot back here. I got to go through that metal pin, so take your time. It can be a little tedious, but it's always worth it to make this really super polished and finished. We talked about that in design school, how little details matter in your finished work and how important it is to consider them when you're putting a design together. But look! This turned out so cute. Okay, Blue Burritos, don't forget, if you want to see how we made this or the kit or what we're using this on, just ask in the comments. We can send you the link to it, and I think this one's so neat that you get all 4 ribbons in this kit. Okay, go have fun with ribbon and flowers. See you next time.